Hello and welcome to Reviews on the Desk. Why on the desk? Well, just 'cause. This is going to be a little mini-series which I do in between major uploads. So, yeah, hope you like it. So, today we're going to be reviewing a video game controller. And not just any controller, but this one. The Famicom 30 Pro Game Controller. It's very fancy. There's quite a nice box to it, I think. You can see on the bottom that's what the controller looks like. Now, anyone familiar with the 80s will know that this is styled after the Nintendo Famicom controller. This is just the box. Let's open it up, and where's the controller gone? Yeah, I've removed the controller, but this is what the box looks like. It is rather fancy for a controller, only costing around £30. So that's the box, and we have an instruction manual here telling you how to use it in Japanese and English. Damn it, I wanted French on there somewhere. So, no one cares about that. Let's take a look at the controller itself. It's a small thing. It has little LED bits on the bottom. It's got your little analog sticks, face buttons, shoulder buttons, D-pad, start select. We all know this. Apart from probably these two buttons here, which I should explain. This one is your power button. I think it's self-explanatory what that does. And here is your syncing button. Yes, because this thing can sync to multiple devices, not just your PC or your PS4. In fact, I don't think this thing can sync to a PS4, from what I know. This thing can, however, sync to a Nintendo Switch, making this a very useful replacement for the Pro controller, which costs half the earth, and you'll be left very poor by the end of your purchase. So you won't have any money left to purchase any actual games with it. So let's just analyse this in great depth. It looks pretty much like a Famicom controller, from what I know. It's got a nice shiny metal surface. D-pad? What's that like? Not bad, actually. I've felt worse. Felt better, but I've felt worse. My problem with it is it's kind of floaty. You know, it doesn't quite fit the mould properly, so it kind of moves about slightly. Yeah. Analog sticks, they're not bad either. They've got a small amount of travel on them. More than the Joy-Cons on the Nintendo Switch. But still not enough where I'd really consider them to be the viable option for subtle movements during a game. Start and select button, well, you're not going to really be using those. Face buttons, pretty good, actually. Yeah, that's that. On top you have your USB charging port. And also you will notice the shoulder buttons. There are two of them. Except they kind of work in a strange way. You have to kind of press them with the tips of your fingers for the L2 and R2, and then use the rest of your finger to press the L1 and R1, which is, I mean, it's unique. I haven't seen that many other consoles and controllers use such a way, but whatever. These also will click inwards, although they are quite tricky to click in unless you really push hard, and then it feels like you're going to crush the controller. So, yeah. In fact, I better show you the LEDs. Fancy LEDs on the bottom. There. It's blue. I think you'd probably notice that. So yeah, now it's going to be searching for a device for you to pair it to. I should mention that this thing can connect to... Let's just turn off the LED lights. Yeah, this thing can connect to PC, Mac, Android devices, and a Nintendo Switch, which is why I mentioned it earlier. On the back we have just a logo thing, 8-bit do, whatever that says. 8-bit do FC30 gamepad, input, DC, whatever. No one cares about that. So, oh, I also should mention that you got this with the controller. FC30 Pro. Everything old is new again. Ah, very nice. In memory of the Famicom, since July 15th, 1983. Sorry about that, I wasn't quite holding it in the lens, so you can read it. There we go. So, that's the Famicom 30 Pro. Is there anything I don't like about it? Well, apart from the floaty D-pad and the awkward sort of way you press the shoulder buttons, the thing is actually really good. And, yeah, it is worth a buy. Does it work well with PC and Android devices and Macs? Yes, it works perfectly with them. I think the one thing it doesn't quite work as well with is the Nintendo Switch. Why doesn't it work so well? Well, the main gripe I have with it is that if you try to connect this thing and a Joy-Con or a Pro controller at the same time, this thing will experience serious input lag to the point where some games are virtually unplayable. I have no idea why this is happening. I guess it's just some kind of manufacturing flaw, or maybe the software isn't optimized or something like that. But this thing will work absolutely fine by itself, and believe it or not with other FC30 or NES30 or other controls they make, paired to the console. So, is this thing worth a pickup? Yeah, let's just better see it running with some games now. I should mention this is a very clicky controller. It really wears on your thumbs, this game. Notice that I'm not showing any gameplay footage because this is an excellent way to get your channel terminated. I really wish this camera would stop that automatic zooming. It took a very long time to get this to run on my pad properly. So there you have it, the famed FC30 Pro game controller, which I forgot to explain, came with a very nice ribbon cable, has the Famicom colour to it, but we don't care about that. So, what is it like? Would I recommend you buy one? Sort of. I mean, there are other alternatives out there, but as far as for your emulated games, this is probably the best controller out there for it. But if you're looking for just a controller for the Switch, there are other better controllers out there for it. For instance, you have, of course, the Pro controller, if you want to hand over a large sum of money. And there's also the Hori pad, which I've heard is quite good. So, yeah, that's my opinion on this controller. Worth your buy if you're into retro games. So, yeah, hopefully this'll become just filler in between the main episodes. So, I'll see you probably next time for the 2 people still watching this video. See you then.